I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to
Welcome all,
work hard,
this is
struggle
the
just to
Australian
be me.
Indy Wrestling
Had to rise
show.
up just so they
Fellow
could see me.
wrestlers, trainees, event support staff, friends, foes, and everyone in between. This week, we are, as you can see, powered by AI. We are sponsored by AI this week with all the AI figures going around. Also sponsored by Coke. I'll just move my drink. But we were sponsored by AI, all the figures going around. We thought, why not just make it all about AI this week and what we can do and bring that to the Australian independent wrestling scene. But first, before we do that, my friend, the Don, how are you?
Mate, I'm sore, I'm tired, but I'm good. Had a huge weekend this weekend. Friday night, I was at Jackrabbit Slim's for Dude, Where's My Ring? And that was a huge monumental night for them. They normally run out of seasonal brewing, and they were out at Jackrabbit Slim's, had their biggest gate to date, and everyone pulled out all the stops. I was in the opening match, which, you know, it's a little bit below me, but no, it's not. I'm kidding. No, it was great. I was in a 6-man scramble. Had a lot of fun. I caught a human with the top of my head, so my neck's very sore. And
catch a human with your traps.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I don't have the Lesnar traps, so it gave me a bit of damage, but I'm okay. But you know, the night saw.
May I ask, was this a large human?
No, it was a small human, so I was lucky. When the large human jumped, I excused myself and pushed Buster Rust to the front, so he took the brunt of that one. But you know, the night was amazing. The night was full of. Actually, it was crazy the level of talent that was on the show. We saw the great George pull out a bow and arrow in a match against Aaron O'Malley. We saw the great Lena Cross, the tallest bitch in the Indies, against Elijah Henry. Gave him a bit of a spanking he deserved. We also saw Harry, the young boy Harry, take on Mikey Nichols, which then turned into a triple threat match with a surprise entry of Chris Weiss. So Harry definitely got thrown around and slapped around. But I know that a dude has some very very hardcore, very limit pushing stuff in it, which we'll talk about when we get to the main event. But watching Chris Weiss and Mikey Nichols just shoot headbutt each other, I had to have been a good 30 meters away behind the crowd, and I could hear the thud of these guys headbutting each other several times, and that was intense, man. Like, I was like, that's messed up, but hey, that's how these guys, they go, you know, and they they don't fuck around.
Well, that's why they're employed in Japan and you're not.
Not interested, sir. Anyways, here's how to tell if your sign is cheap.
Well, yeah, that's it, I guess. Yeah. We also saw the debut at Dude of Solomon Blackwell taking on Felix Young.
Oh, did Solomon Blackwell bring the pit to the pit?
No, he brought the clown.
Oh, wow. Tell us.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got to watch it. It's a crazy show. And then the main event of Jared Slate versus James Hartness. We saw a Buster sword made out of light tubes, which was crazy, plate glass, and a bed frame with a mattress of barbed wire.
Yeah, they pulled out a bed frame with barbed wire wrapped around it, and there's a couple of great shots from Pix Photography showing the glass just shattered over the top of, is it Jared Slate?
Yep.
Yeah, it shattered over the top of Jared Slate. So definitely go check out the Dude, Where's My Ring photos. And as I flash a few up here, go make sure you go and check, because I'm not flashing all of them up. Go check the other ones, and they'll be, you know where they are.
And one of the coolest things with the fans of Dude are just frothing for it. One fan even records clips on their Nintendo DS and uploads them. That was my Friday night, which was just next level, awesome, great venue, great fans, great night out. If you get the opportunity, you have to check it out. Then my Saturday night, I was down in Baldivas for Southern Territory Wrestling. And honestly, another banger card. We had Barrett Brown from the US taking on Julian Ward in the opener, which was an amazing match.
I'm going to stop you right there, Don. Now, do you think Julian Ward is above the match opener event? Or do you think he just gets on with the job and goes, oh, here's a challenge?
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. He's not a challenge he won't turn down, but I would say he's above curtain jerking. As I've said earlier, there's a level, but no, it's fine. Also saw Kaz Jordan versus Dustin Connors. Dustin Connors is the future of Perth wrestling. If he stays here, he could be the future of wrestling in general. He's fantastic, phenomenal, great kid. Kaz Jordan, obviously, and Julian Ward, having recently gone to Canada, wrestling on Ring of Honor, killing it in Australian wrestling. We also saw CJ Johnson versus Alex Strife in what was a really fun comedy match. Throughout the night, we also saw defense of the Australian women's title, the STW women's title.
But let's get to your match, because obviously you took a few concussions on the weekend and you try to remember who was on the lower card, and it's beneath you, as you said before.
I said it. No, then I was able for the first time ever to face Julio Garcia. I had a great time. We had a great match. I look forward to doing it again. We had limited time, so we weren't able to do everything that we probably could have done. And plus, me going in with a busted neck, I wasn't able to do probably everything I could have normally done. But we still had a hell of a match. Went to attack him with a ring bell, and I had gorgeous Gary come out and stop the assault. And then later in the evening, I assaulted gorgeous Gary after his match in the main event against Rogan Kargas to make sure he remembered that I am coming for the Southern Cross Championship. But all in all, great night. The fans were having a great time. And all the guys were having a great time too.
Well, that was STW, and they're starting to upload a few more things on YouTube, I've noticed, so maybe we'll get to see that soon. So that was your big weekend, Don, and there were a few other events around on the weekend as we flashed them up, and a few released on YouTube. We saw the big PWA show come out this week, Chevs versus Jessica Troy, Charlie Evans versus Jessica Troy, and the new PWA champion Charlie Evans. So congratulations, and well done to Jessica Troy on a great run.
Yep. No, fantastic. They're just the PWA. They hammer out the shows. They keep working. They're getting their guys more and more reps, and smashing it through it.
Yep, and we'll just more about PWA smashing it out later in the show. But I think what everyone's here for is to see who we immortalised in the plastic crack, in the AI action figures. A bit of fun this week. It's going around, a bit of a new trend. So we started out like everyone else. Sorry, Don, you were one of the first ones I did a course because I got access to your promo shot and stuff like that.
That's it. No, it's good. It's good. I love it. I think it's just so much fun, like seeing what AI can pull out of its ass, you know?
Yeah, well, it's that's exactly it. It's pulling it out of its ass, because sometimes you put in something and it comes out decent. Another time you might put in something and it comes out crap. And as you can see in a lot of the ones there's going around in some of the other rooms, there's some pretty basic ones that need a bit of work. So as you get better, they get better, and you can move on from basic to a little bit better. And then I thought, well, if I'm getting a little bit better, some of these figures, some of these upper end figures need vehicles. And so I made Dan Archer a tank, and I made Jesse, my good friend Jesse, who we got a great love-hate relationship. I made him a little scooter. For Jesse.
It works with his gimmick too. Like you can see him.
I thought I'd seen him on a scooter, but maybe that was just somewhere around. I'd seen him getting around on a scooter.
Is it real fact?
Yeah. And maybe that stuck with me. So Jesse's going to take on Dan Archer and his tank on a scooter. But then you can also go other genres and like Walking Dead, Fortnite, stuff like that. But then I put a few of you and Hayden Zenith into different images and different genres, different franchises, I should be saying, and got them across. And then I thought, well, and then I started finding out that some of the people around Australian indie wrestling, some of the more well-known people, are just too damn famous to do this stuff to, such as like the boys from TMDK, Robbie Eagles, Damian Slater, Marcus Pitts, usually people who have appeared on TV shows, stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
So I thought, why not? I had busted out a Ryan Allen Ibis crossover.
Dude, that came out so good.
Yeah,
that's
everyone calls him the bin chicken. So if you go give Ryan and Allen a like and go smash his page with bin chicken comments. But yeah, so the Ryan Allen it came out all right, and so I thought, well, Robbie Eagles, I can make a manga Robbie Eagles. I can make a manga Marcus Pitt as a lion, and I was struggling with Slater, man, because you want to give him something cool, and I was like googling like what is a good animal, what's like someone who like teaches, is a good teacher in the animal kingdom, and all it was giving me was like meerkat, elephant, chimpanzee, and I'm like, I'm not giving Slater a trunk, No,
that's not.
So Slater came out as a gorilla. But he ended up looking like the evil gorilla from that old Donald Duck cartoon. Hey, I don't know if you've seen that, but that'll flash up right now. So we got the vehicles, we've got the manga animal crossovers, and then I thought about it, and I thought about WWE with all the Ultimates and Signature Series, all their collector editions. I thought it's time for us to put out a few AI collector editions. How about a couple of 2-packs? Tag team 2-packs, maybe QWA like Cannon and Trento Day, the current QWA tag team champions, and they're up now. And I thought, from Wrestle Rampage, I love watching Gothic Greg and Amber tear through the competition, so I made a Gothic Greg and Amber. And then I thought, well, you've got the Darkest Soul Robbie Hart, and I made a 3-pack as well with them. So
it came out very cool, very fun. The accompaniments, do you know what I mean? Like the trash can and the championship belt and stuff like that. It comes out really cool.
Well, you have to plug all of that stuff in, and it's pretty hit and miss. So you can come out, you can get about maybe 4 to 7 bad ones before you get one. I'm just I'm just running through a few of the Robbie Thorpes at the moment, and you can see some of them came out. One, he came out like super buff. Which I'm sure he'll say that one. But then I said 20% less muscles, and he came out a bit like looking like Gunther when he first rocked up to the WWE. So it really is hit and miss. But if you're out there, ChatGPT or whatever, get on it. There's lots of YouTube videos on how to do it on the same platform we are on.
There was some cool ones. He did the Dude Where's My Ring collection. Jared Slate and James Hartness.
The Jared Slate one, I got a photo of Pix Photography and cut out his white door that he puts half cans on to suplex people into, and that came out so well. I can't believe how well that came out, that little accessory.
It's just a bit of fun around. Like, you put this cool stuff up. I mean, people don't. Like, I'm never going to get an action figure. You know what I mean? I don't have the money to commission the artwork. I don't have the money to get it produced.
You couldn't even get someone to carve a potato properly.
Yeah, that's it. But I mean, I'm looking at this, like you say, and the one that came out with the chair and the microphone and the gold bars. I mean, I've never been that jacked in my life, but it's still cool. I love though, like some of the things where the AI is trying to figure stuff out, like the one where I'm Total Recall and I've got the guy coming out of my gut and the jacket with my tattoo.
What the hell is that thing?
And they've put like my tattoo over a jacket, because this doesn't know, like it's trying to figure things out, add the image, add the jacket, putting different layers on. And it's just good fun. Like, I've got a Fortnite loading screen now. I saw you played with that, and like Hayden Zenith with that too. Even the Disney DNT stuff as well.
Oh, that's right. We ran through all the like Disney DNT stuff because you, as we know, you're a bit of a fan. You've been on some Disney stuff before.
On the Disney cruise, mate.
On the
It's
Disney cruise,
the
we did
best of
mention
a
that.
lifetime.
And
Yeah.
so we put DNT at the happiest place on earth, and that's literally what I typed in. You can't type in Disneyland because then it goes error, like copyright. You have to go the happiest place on earth. You can't even write alien. You have to write little green men or little grey men and stuff like this. So it's like really like you have to get creative with it. So which brings us to the next thing. Andy Accents is back on our page. He didn't think it was super creative. Not only did he chew us out, but then he's gone ahead and gone and chewed out All-Star Wrestling as well, who were just having a bit of fun and sort of clapped back at themselves like we're just having a bit of fun on a Sunday morning. It's the current
It's
trend
not that deep. Yeah, I like that. That was
that deep.
That was a cracker. Look,
shout out to Mark K. Nell Photography, who actually did all the All-Star ones. Just a quick shout out to Mark K. Nell Photography, who does the photos over there. A bit of photos around New South Wales wrestling scene.
Mm-hmm. It's an interesting point though. Like people talking about AI is stopping people from getting work.
Hey, you're a handyman, right? Can I get you to come look at my oven door? I can trade you services. I have geology skills. Could you come fix my door and I'll give you some geology?
And I can see, designers and stuff having some issue with they're trying to create art and then people using AI instead of employing someone in that regard. And I understand that if companies are using that to make promotional material and stuff like that, when they can use an artist and pay them. But the hard thing to remember is this is just a bit of fun. We're not using this as, like I said earlier, there's never going to be at a point where I'm going to be able to afford to get the mock-ups done for an action figure and get an action figure produced. But we have so many creative people around wrestling, and it's always finding ways to, utilize these people and pay them for their hard work. And everyone's always trying to make sure that we keep everyone in and around wrestling with the artistic side of it. Stuff like you got gear makers, you've got photographers, you've got editors, and all these people, we work hard to make sure they're getting their fair due for it. And because it's independent wrestling, we're likely never going to have the money to pay full-time proper working wages. And there might be a day when that comes, but until we get there, we are of course going to support as much as we can our local designers, editors, and artists. On that note, big shout out to people like Mel from Pix Photography, Shotweiler, Sarah Newman Photography, Digital Beard, and even editors like we've got down this end, created by Giles, guys who are doing the work, and Mikey J out in Melbourne. Shout out to all those I haven't mentioned who are working hard and putting in the effort and doing work that really is above what they're getting from wrestling. But because of their passion for wrestling, everyone's trying to do the best they can. But we've got to remember at the same time, there are artists and stuff out there that are putting out work that's just not worth being paid for. I saw some stuff earlier this week, even wrestlers as well. People are doing work and their work's not up to par. So, we all need to lift our game. There are people who are working hard and doing good things. But until we get to that point where everyone is putting in that 110%, they're really putting that hard work in, we're never going to get to that point.
No, we're never going to get to that point unless we all work together as a community and promote. And it's just another fun way to do that. And so
stop being the fun police. Let people have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it really could be worse. Like you could use AI for a lot of worse things than, making wrestling figures or turning people into Muppets. I mean, there's worse ways to spend a weekend. Like, you might want to dress up as a rabbit and go into the city and annoy people at night playing Bad Enter Sandman renditions. But, that's just another story.
It's someone else's bag. Look, man, we're just trying to have some fun. And if you really got to stick up your ass that bad about it, maybe you try and find a different way to release your outlet instead of having a go at people. Bring up a discussion and a topic, but you're gonna go run around flaming people and having a go. That's just not positive. It's just not on. Shouldn't be done.
And all
Try and
you're
get
going to
around.
find is yourself kicked off people's pages.
That's it. There's a block and a delete button. It's easy to find and it's easy to use. Try and be positive. Get around Australian wrestling. Get to shows. And look, if you really want to help designers and stuff like that out, purchase their artwork.
Purchase their prints.
Purchase their prints. The photographers get paid for their photos, and then the guys use those photos for 8x10. So pay for it. Make it worth their while for using the photographers. Make it worth their while for using editors to make their gear by purchasing quality edited images for t-shirts and posters and whatever else it is that the guys are selling. At the merch table. Like, that's the way to support designers. Shout them out. If you see a photographer who's doing a good job, shout them out. How good are these photos? You see a new designer and shirt. How good is this designer's image that is on this wrestler's shirt? There's ways to do it to support, and there's ways to do it to try and tear people down out of some misguided sense of your self-worth is better than theirs,
or self-righteousness, or maybe you're just an editor that has poor ideas and that you're worried that everyone's going to steal your ideas. They will. AI is coming for you, Andy, and it's coming for your job. All right, let's move on. We're giving that guy enough.
Yeah, and then so there's plenty of wrestling coming up this week, this weekend, next weekend, the following weekend. PWA seems to just want to do all of the shows, which is awesome, fantastic, great for guys to do to get reps, great for the show to get out there, advertising the next shows there. At the AU Night Markets from the 19th to the 21st. They've just had their show at the Factory Theatre, and then on the 19th they're at the Mounties. Just shows all over the place.
Their show is currently released on YouTube. They went live.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So they're another one that's PWA. You can watch live as soon as it comes out. So I believe them and Wrestle Rampage are the main ones doing that. And a few others are doing that, going live. But yeah.
More and more it's happening. People are up to date with technology and moving forward and bringing us all into the 21st century.
That's right. Don't be a technophobe.
That's it, technophobe. EPW at the Fat Brewery this weekend for the Brew Shed Brawl on the 19th and the 20th. They're doing a full main show on the Saturday, and on the Sunday they have 3 or 4 smaller shows for people to come and check out over the WrestleMania weekend through Easter weekend. It's all huge wrestling, good things happening. On the 26th of April, we're looking to the north. Top End Wrestling have their Saturday night fights. EPW alumni Hayden Zenith will be there, and then AWE have their House of Pain show on the 26th of April as well, if you are in the Sydney area. And then, we've still got heaps of wrestling coming up in May, more and more. And it's great to see guys are really killing it. We should have EPW Collision Course out on YouTube. The Go Time is already out. You can check out my match, DNT versus Nitro and Storm. That's out on YouTube as we speak.
EPW will be on Vimeo, won't it?
Vimeo, sorry. Yes, EPW will be on Vimeo. I'm fairly sure that has been released. If you want to go and get in behind their paywall and check it all out and see what we're doing down in the...
Oh, really? I think I'll just watch your match on Go Time. It's free, like everyone else.
Look, it's a quality match. You'll enjoy yourself. And if you enjoy that, you might want to hit up Vimeo as well.
Hey, EPW, if MCW can release theirs for free, why can't you?
Hey, that's above my pay grade, sir.
Oh, well, I thought I'd just ask. Maybe I'd get an answer. Speaking of answers, the Australian lady, is it Tanya Dumas? Is still in, I've butchered that name probably, is still in that LFG. But they showed a bit of footage from that LFG of that lady doing the big move, that big spinning move over the top of their head, and the Undertaker
Yeah, the
loved it.
Skelly driver into the
Yeah, the Shane Mercer move. So you're probably better leaving it with Shane Mercer. I thought it looked rather messy, and myself.
Undertaker loved it, man. So you're wrong.
Yeah, well, I'm wrong because the Undertaker loved it, so I guess that's just how this industry works. So I'll just go and sit myself back down. But
Yeah, you're not allowed to have a personal opinion. If a legend says something, your personal opinion is irrelevant.
Well, maybe that's why Adam Brooks looked at me the way he did that day. But anyway, moving along, you've got a bit on coming up over the next few weeks, Don.
Yeah, lots and lots and lots. We're currently in the school holidays, so my workload has quadrupled. I've got a lot of things to do. Get to spend some good time on my son, but as well trying to get my regular stuff done. Lots of basketball coming in the next couple of weeks, so you'll be hearing about all that. I'm still upset about Bryce Cotton leaving the Wildcats, so you'll still hear about that as well. It doesn't matter if you don't know, you know, and if you know, you don't need you understand completely.
Don, say pro wrestling for me 3 times just to contradict the algorithm, would you?
Pro wrestling.
He's behind you. All right. So, moving along, Don, take us out of here. We've got our AI figures out of the way. We've got what's going on. We've got all the shows that have been out on YouTube out of the way. And there'll be a link to all of that stuff in the description. But you guys should already be subscribed to this channel, and you should already be subscribed to all the Australian indie wrestling that's around, that goes on YouTube. They're doing it for you for free. It's a culmination of each video represents a culmination of about 100 to 200 people's work. So, get out there and support Australian indie wrestling. Don, get us out of here.
That's it, yes. And the best way you can support Australian indie wrestling is by going to the shows, voting with your money, and buying merch will go directly to your favorite wrestlers or even your least favorite wrestlers. Just remember, the heels got to pay their bills too, guys. So buy my shirt. Thanks for tuning in. Tell your friends, tell your family, like and subscribe. Get to a local wrestling show, and we'll see you guys next week.
Do you even care WrestleMania's on?
I did mention it.
Yeah, I'm not like that.
Yeah, WrestleMania weekend. Look, they're selling their own tickets, brother. Like, I ain't trying to sell. I'm not selling stuff.
Well, enjoy your WrestleMania weekend, people.
Yeah.
Like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and all the doubters, they're just downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown.